having a creative in residence adds a new dimension. And artists can ask questions that we wouldn't even think of asking, and enhances what our job is, which is to educate people about the building arts and sciences.
I felt that my work would be a perfect fit for the mission of the museum and the direction that they're taking their educational and public programs. We're both interested in creating experiential learning for communities, and at the core, both of us are dealing with architectural space and how it relates to humans.
I've interacted with architecture in many ways, but I've never interacted with architecture in this way, and it seemed like a very unique opportunity.
Any public space has an opportunity to be a vital organ of a community. I don't typically take architecture personally, you know. It doesn't really sink into me. To make it into a dynamic organ, you know, of a social life, the cultural life of a city, that's next level.
Museums are created not only for the collections they hold, but for communities to experience those collections. I think any time a museum, especially one with such a wonderful space for people to inhabit, can bring in artists to create work based on what the museum has to offer, it only increases the possibilities for people to feel invited into the museum community.
But it was good for us here at the museum to be able to engage so many different people from our local community and have them have the opportunity to perform for an audience right here in this amazing building.
Even though I was very anxious beforehand, once the audience members were there, what I realized is that all of us performing, we were all kind of in the same boat as the audience members. All of us were kind of sharing this new experience that none of us knew how it was going to go. The performers didn't know how the audience members were going to react. The audience members didn't know how the performance members were going to react. So it just felt like all of us were performers.
So much of what took shape felt like it came about organically. Small little epiphanies turned into links in a larger chain, which became the performance. And then to have all the aspects have success at reaching the various communities we were hoping to reach was very rewarding.
Oftentimes we forget that while architects and urban planners and people in the building world have a voice about what that world looks like, that artists have different perspective and different vocabulary, and therefore can interpret the built environment in a very different and meaningful way.
It's given me another layer of confidence in my ability to convey the work I do, to trust my instincts and creative impulses. No matter how much work you've done, that positive feedback is always a welcome boost for the next project.